Today is Taco Tuesday, so we're gonna be making pork carnitas, and these are Mexican slow cooker pulled pork tacos. So I have made this recipe before and it's really good, so I'm gonna make it again and I'm gonna share it with y'all. So I have to leave the house tomorrow at like 4:15 a.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep what needs to be thrown in the crock pot, and Jeremy's gonna do that part for me. So tomorrow we'll put it in the crock pot. It's gonna cook on low for 8 hours. So the ingredients that you are going to need. So this recipe calls for 4 pounds of skinless, boneless pork butt. I have a boneless pork Boston butt roast. This is over 4 pounds, but I'm actually just gonna use half of this. So I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm just gonna freeze the other half and we'll have it next time we wanna make this. So the seasonings you're gonna need, and I'll tell you how I'm gonna package it for Jeremy to make it easy. You need 3 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, and you need 1 tablespoon of ground cumin. So to make it easy for Jeremy, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna measure all of the spices out. I'm gonna put it in a little Ziploc baggie, and then he'll just have to dump it into the crock pot in the morning on top of the meat. So the next things that he's gonna need to put in the crock pot for this pork, you need 4 cloves. So I'm gonna go ahead, open these up, put them in a baggie, and then he's just gonna smash them before he puts them into the crock pot. So you need an onion, and I'm gonna cut this into wedges. It's already kind of cut, but I'm just gonna cut this one more time. So let's be ready to just put in the crock pot. It's already in the bag. Okay, so you need 2 oranges, 2 limes. Just gonna squeeze the juice onto the pork. So 2 and 2. The last thing that he's gonna do, he's going to pour 3/4 of a cup onto the pork butt, and then he'll put the lid on it, and he is going to cook it for 8 hours on low. So then by the time I get home, I'm gonna take it out, shred it, cut it up, and then second part we're gonna be putting in the oven, and I'll go more detail into that, but that's how you're gonna get it crispy and delicious. And another thing I like about this recipe, it makes a whole lot. So for me and Jeremy, we'll eat tacos, and then the next day I always like to take the meat. Again, you can eat tacos again, or you can just put it on some lettuce and you can have a little shredded pork salad. It's pretty delicious. So I went ahead and I pre-prepped everything for the dump. So if you are pressed for time in the morning, you could go ahead and do this so you can put it in the crock pot really quick in the morning, because it does take 8 hours to cook. Now you could do a higher heat for half the time, but it's recommended that you cook it on low for 8 hours. So here's what I did to make it easy for Jeremy. I did put out directions for him and what order to do things, so he's not gonna mess it up. I went ahead, the pork is cut. Again, I did half of that. So here's the pork. I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Here is my onion wedges and my garlic cloves. I think that I told y'all 4, it's actually 8, so I lied. But listen, the more garlic, the better, so I probably did more than 8 garlic cloves in there. So all he has to do is open this up and dump it in. Next things, I did go ahead and cut up the oranges and the limes. So if you wanted to save time for this, you could probably just buy like lime juice and orange juice. It says use natural orange juice though, so I guess you could just go ahead and squeeze them and put them in a container in the fridge too if you wanted to be quicker and dump them. But Jeremy's gonna have time to squeeze these in the morning, so he's gonna squeeze these for me. Next, easy peasy, I put all of the spices in here, so I already measured them out. And he's gonna put 3/4 of a cup of this Coca-Cola on top. He's gonna turn it on low, and then when I get home from work, I'll do what I need to do. So it's gonna cook for 8 hours while I'm at work. And then I'll be back to show you how we're gonna crisp it up and what we're gonna do to eat it with our tacos. So, super easy. It's basically just gotta dump all the ingredients and let it cook for 8 hours. Your house will be smelling good. Okay guys, so I'm back. the pork was put into the crock pot this morning by Jeremy with all the ingredients I left for him. So it has cooked on low for 8 hours. And
welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome for your tacos that you're about to eat. So anyways, the next step, we're going to go ahead, take the pork butt out. We're going to cut it up, shred it up, whatever you want to do with it. You're going to put it on a oven pan. You're going to put some juice on it, and then we're going to broil it until it gets crispy, and then it's ready to serve on your choice of tortilla.
Cada tarde por la esquina te asomabas, te reías, enganchabas a cualquiera y me robaste el corazón. No comía, no dormía, solo quise hacerte mía, pero un día tu familia sin aviso se marchó.
Pork is broiling, getting crispy. So for my side, I'm going to cut up these 2 mushrooms, cut up this bell pepper. I'm going to saute in them with olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and chili powder, and this will be my side for my tacos. Meat is done. The side is done. I'm gonna use these Mission extra thin yellow corn tortillas. And then I'm just gonna use this cheese because this is what I have. You can use whatever cheese. So I'm going to put some of the pork on one tortilla, put some cheese. I'm gonna fold it in half, and then I'm gonna sear it in the pan like a little quesadilla. So it's gonna be a little pork quesadilla taco. It's gonna be really good. So here we go. Alright guys, so these are my tacos. So I just did pork and cheese, and then you just put it in the pan, sear it a few minutes on each side, makes it a little bit crispy. And then we did the bell pepper mushroom side. And then for my sauce, I'm going to use this Siete hot sauce. It is the habanero kind, and it's really good. So I'm just going to drizzle some of that on top. But I'm not going to keep these tacos waiting any longer, so I'm going to go eat them. And let me know if you try it out. And thanks for watching. See you next Taco Tuesday.